Wait, what is the matter, Quincy? What is wrong? What's wrong? Let's get her. What's the matter? You don't get waiting. It's a good practice to learn how to do things. All right. Welcome in, my beautiful, beautiful tea lovers and healers. Hope you're doing fantastic. Take a deep breath with me. Yes. Release all that tension, all that stress, all that strain. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Yes. Divine healing and blessings to all those that need it right here, right now. Receive your blessings. Receive your wealth of wellness. Peace, love, and abundant blessings to everyone hearing my voice right now, presently, and afterwards. Whenever you're seeing this, may blessings be poured out to you abundantly in ways that you don't even expect. Blessings beyond your imagination. Yes, we are calling forth mighty blessings into our life, right here, right now. And so it is. Ashe, amen. So, welcome, welcome, welcome to those of you that are new. My name is Charline, and this is the Sip and Chat podcast. I call it Sip and Chat because I love tea and I love to incorporate what I do, what I love, what I enjoy as I share context that speaks to my soul, my vibration, my purpose, who I am, and all that good jazz. I love to focus here on ways to heal naturally, wellness, the mindset, and it's all kind of dabbed in spirituality and the vibration of elevating ourselves each and every day, making choices that will allow us to live our best life. So, in this one, we are going to focus on spirituality. What is this whole thing about spirituality? So, we're going to have like a real open dialogue, open conversation. If you are live with me and you would like to add your voice to the message that I'm sharing, you're welcome to do so. I will share the link in the chat. But before we do that, oh my gosh, I cannot believe my tea is cold. Why is my tea cold? You guys know I don't love my tea cold. I'm going to have to take a break in a moment and warm it up because I can't vibe with cold tea. I need my tea to be warm to hot. Anyway, The featured tea for tonight is we have Fennel Seed Tea and Lavender Tea. Of course, it's all organic, and the way I like to do it is the actual leaves or seeds itself, not in the tea bag. Sometimes I will do that. So if you find that convenient for you, you can go ahead and choose that option. But the one that I have in the description, the one that's linked for the featured teas, you can go ahead and check those out. It's in my Amazon store as well. So if you would like to participate in enjoying some teas with me, definitely check out those links and you can get your fennel seed tea and your lavender tea. Just a quick side note, fennel tea is good for your digestive system. If you have an umbilical hernia, it is good for that. I sounded like I said that wrong. If you have an umbilical hernia, fennel tea is good for that. It's good for multiple things besides the digestive system, but that's the main thing that I use it for. And I love the taste. Lavender tea is good for your nervous system. It's good to help you to kind of relax and kind of reset yourself. It's a very beautiful, fragrant tea, very calming. I love it. I love the way it tastes. I don't love the way the lavender essential oil smells for some reason, but I love the lavender tea. Mm. So when I fuse the two, it's like a party in my mouth. I love it. So welcome in everyone that's live with me. I see you. I see you. I see you. Hey fam, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. Jevin, Love, Amazing, King. Welcome, welcome in my beautiful family. So let us get into this. Let's talk about first, what exactly is spirituality? And please understand that being spiritual and being religious are two different things. Religion is more like a dogma. You go by a certain scripture or words or, whatever the book, the guide, and whoever interprets the book usually is based on their interpretation. Whereas spirituality is a little more open. You're not as bounded within those laws or within those rules. You're more connected to the universe, the universal energy. So you're not in that vibration of, okay, this is just these particular rules or I'm just in this box. You are more connected to the universe. It's more of an open minded kind of vibration or energy. It's really tapping into yourself, your source energy, and getting to understand more of who you are, what your purpose is, understanding that there's more to life outside the usual everyday things that we may be doing with ourselves. Spirituality opens up your understanding and your vibration, your energy to accepting all, to loving all, to being at peace and with harmony with all. Crooked Peach, welcome in, my beautiful sister. This topic might be right up your alley. I know you're a very spiritual, naturistic person. And that's another thing about spirituality. It can help you to tap in and connect with nature. But give me just a moment, y'all. I need to go warm my tea up. I'm sorry. I thought I had the kettle on. By the way, I did get a new kettle. Yay, I love it. But I thought I had the kettle on and that it was warming up. I don't know because I felt like I turned the stove off and I just poured it. But then I kind of noticed, I'm like, wait a minute, it's not steaming. So what is going on? But anyway, I'll be back because I need to have my flow going right. Okay. I'll be right back. And sorry about the noise earlier. My little one, he was crying because he said he doesn't like waiting because his daddy told him he has to wait to get some watermelon. He's like, but I don't like waiting. So I had to help him calm his nerves. All right, I'll be right back, my loves. All right, my darlings, I am back. Thank you so much for being so patient. You guys are amazing. So, I'm just going to give a little bit of my vibration, my energy towards spirituality. In the beginning, before I understood it more, and I'm not saying that I understand all of spirituality, it's vast. This is a learning experience for all of us. We're all on different frequencies within the vibration, if that makes sense for you. We're all experiencing our own spirituality. It really is an individual journey. And in my opinion, no one can tell you or should tell you or try to direct you as to how to be spiritual. Your own intuitive vibe will tell you some of the things that you should do, what you should connect with. You just feel it and you know it. So you need to develop your own confidence to believe in the things you're doing, feeling, and vibrating on. Anyway, the point that I was making is that spirituality, I used to believe that it is, it's all about you have to be kind of like a monk or something, or one of these like Sadhguru type of people, or maybe like somebody that is just like so, I don't want to say pure, but one of those people that are considered like the holiest of the holiest. I thought that's what spirituality was all about. That, you're just this person that meditates on the mountain. Hey, don't get me wrong. That's still something that I would love to do. Meditate on the mountains. Yes. There's a beautiful energy to that I just cannot wait to experience. I look forward to that experience. But I just used to think, you had to dress a certain way, and you're kind of like restricted in a way in this bubble. But as I immerse myself more into spirituality, I got to understand that it's really not that. You don't have to be meditating all the time to be spiritual. You don't have to dress a certain way to be spiritual. I used to think if you say certain words, like the colorful words or the curse words, that you're not being spiritual. But everyone's experience is different. And all these things, I'm telling you, spirituality has helped me in an amazing way. How not to judge others, how to be accepting of others, how to be more understanding and loving. Unconditional love. Welcome in, Joshua. How are you, my darling? So good to see you. Love to you also. P and J's family. Hello, my darling. Welcome in. I'm looking forward to exploring so much more of your content. The gardening stuff is like, yes, because I'm like new to this gardening vibe. So I'm really looking forward to learning a lot from you. So anyway, like even connecting with trees, and I think my sister Crooked Peach can relate to that, connecting with trees, connecting with animals, different parts of nature. And each of us may connect differently with different things. Some of us are drawn to the moon vibration, different things in the cosmos. Some of us, it might be earth, water. We all have our thing, and it's up to us to explore and figure out which one of those vibrations we're connected with in a spiritual way. And sometimes it's connected to our sun sign energy. Like for instance, I'm a Leo, so I might be more inclined to be a little more energized around fire. Don't tell my mama, but I used to play with fire when I was a kid. My little brother and I, he's also a Leo. We used to do some crazy stuff with the fire. All right, so I'm putting the link in the chat for anyone that wants to come up and share their vibration and their experience with spirituality. So just getting back to the energy of tapping into self. It really truly is a personal journey. It's a personal experience. Yes, you can take nuances from different parts of the world or different cultures. Like I do that. Like there's some things I like about certain cultures and stuff that I cultivate for myself because it resonates with my spirit. certain lifestyle, certain habits, certain mentality. But I always remember to maintain, oops, sorry about the shaking, an open mindset, open energy towards the fact that, you know what, sometimes things are subject to change. Like, for instance, the very definition of spirituality, if you look it up on Google, you will see that they will say that it's expanded. Things are changing and evolving. So, be in that mindset of openness, of change, of, okay, not because I said this is the absolute truth. There could be another variation of the truth if you follow what I'm saying. And I feel like, for me personally, I'm not putting down anyone's religion or religion in general or anything. But there's a mindset there that keeps you focused. I grew up in the Christianity religion, and it keeps you just focused on, okay, this is the way, this is the truth, there's no other way, there's no other truth. If you're not doing this, you're wrong. It kind of sets you in a vibration that puts you against other people that are not within that system, when you're supposed to be this vibration of love and and supposedly saving humanity, getting everybody to this space and this heaven or whatever. But when you dig deep down, you had this feeling of, okay, this person is in a different religion or a non-religion, so they're wrong, I'm right, and I have to like beat them down to make that. I mean, and I don't mean that literally, but I have to keep bombarding them with this information so that they can be converted, so that I can save them. And you really feel like you are doing the right thing. Just say it. My brother Slim is in the house. Welcome in, my brother. Thank you so much for coming. Oh, you love the thumbnail. Thank you. That thumbnail was created by Angel Light Over Darkness, so I cannot take credit. Oh, I do have my fabulous self on there. Yes, yes, yes. Listen, sometimes you got to be full of yourself. But again, this is not to put anyone down or the experience that I've had down. All those things that I've experienced, everything that I went through, and everything that you've gone through is to help you develop to who you need to be. All those experiences were necessary. I'm grateful for that background. I'm grateful for the understanding of certain scriptures and what it means for me. There is wisdom in the religious books. We just need to learn how to interpret it in a way that makes sense for us, in a way that's true to the spirit. Do you understand what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. Yes, I did. I just wanted to make sure I shared the link. Sorry, guys. So, where was I? What was I saying? Let me get out of here. Give me a minute. Let me just exit here. Got something running in the background that shouldn't be running. Yeah, Angel. I think you met her. Oh, wow. Angel, I didn't even see you. Hello, love. I was just talking about you because Slim was saying he loves my thumbnail. And I was like, yeah, Angel made that thumbnail. I remember how long ago you made that thumbnail. I'm like, I cannot not use this thumbnail. I have to use this thumbnail because I love it. Now I just wish I had the foresty background to go with it, with what I'm doing right here. But I don't. So we'll work with what we got. And forgive me if I'm like, a little laid back or whatever. I'm just a little bit tired. Had a lot going on, and I never know that, guys. But don't resent, because this is something that I went through after I discovered spirituality. Because when you're ready to, I don't want to say wake up, but when you're ready to change or to transcend to your next level, you're going to feel yearnings inside of you. You're going to start questioning things around you. You're going to start questioning your beliefs, your foundations. Like, hey, why this, why that? Like, something starts feeling uneasy within you. That's the beginning of your awakening. And you may even feel resentment once you come into the understanding of certain truths or certain awareness. But try not to feel that, because that's the road that I took. I felt resentment. I started feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm angry at this person, that person, and all that stuff. But it really doesn't serve you to be angry. Once you wake up, once I'm saying wake up again, but once you become aware of certain truths, then you're just aware of it. Get to that space where you're in a more accepting, loving energy, more like, okay, you know what? This happened. I had this set of beliefs in the beginning, but that all happened for a reason. It helped to prepare me for this moment in my life. So for that, I'm grateful. Don't let anger interrupt your flow. But again, anger is an emotion that needs to be expressed. It's real. So if that's what you're feeling, learn how to express it in a way that's not going to cause harm to you or those people around you. Give me a second, y'all. I'm hearing my little one knocking on the door. Like, you hear that? I'll be right back. Oh my goodness. All right, y'all. I'm back. I'm back. Ah, thanks for being patient with me. Yes. I'm gonna tell you how you die. I no, I'm live right now. If the black table accuracy, they will. Okay, I'm doing a live. We'll talk afterwards, okay? Yeah, y'all. He was relentless. He was not giving up. He kept knocking on the door. Y'all know. I put my babies first. Listen, family, I never want them to feel like mommy's shutting them out or anything. Even though sometimes I need my me time. I get that. But right now it's not me time. It's YouTube time. So again, I invite you not to feel the energy of resentment. And if that does come to you, if anger and hate and all those feelings does come to you, find yourself, process it, honor those feelings, because it's important. Don't just try to dismiss it without honoring it and kind of like going through why you're angry, the source of that anger, the source of that hate, that the source of that resentment. Because I had to process all of that. You might even feel like you resent your family because they brought you up in this energy or this vibration. But understand that those feelings should go away. If you find that you're holding on to them for a very long time, then you need to do some cleansing, some releasing. You need to really sit with yourself and process this and understand. Begin to open up your mind to universal understanding, different perspectives. Don't just think of a situation from a humanistic perspective, if that makes sense. Think of yourself on a wider scale. Think of the situation on a wider scale. Like, okay, you know what? This person may not have known better. This is what they know, and they thought they were doing the right thing for me. So for that, I appreciate and I love them. Be compassionate. Be forgiven. All that encompass what spirituality means to me. What does spirituality mean to you? It allows me to really see things from different perspectives. Yes.
I'm hurt, and that's
Can you go show it to Daddy? Like I can't.
It's up there. I can't show it to anybody.
But you're showing it to me and the whole of YouTube. No, don't do that. Quasi. Oh my goodness. Don't do that. Don't, oh my gosh. Okay, you can go ahead and speak, but don't be showing your teeth out here. Nobody wants to see that stuff. You don't just show your teeth. Go ahead and speak. What do you have to say?
I want to see them. I want to see them on our channel.
Okay, they are on our channel. It's right there. You're not seeing the channel. You're seeing StreamYard. Crazy, you're kind of interrupting. If you're going to be in here, you're going to have to go with the flow. Can we understand that?
Yes.
All right. Thank you, sir.
But I want to see yourselves.
There you go. Are you happy now?
No, I still can't. Okay, now I am.
Okay.
Hi. Who are you guys? Okay, hi to meet you, Selena.
All right. So Quasi, my little garden assistant. My guy. So anyway, and for me personally, sometimes it could be a very challenging thing when it comes to children as well, because if they're going to, like, for instance, public school or even charter school, they may be getting a certain type of information, and if you're trying to teach them some of the things that you've come to know, it may be a challenge. For me personally, I found a little bit of challenges here and there, because, for instance, the whole concept of, like, who is God is a conversation that I've had with my children, and I realize, even though I express to them, and hear me clearly, it's never my intention to tell them exactly how to think and what to vibrate on, because they all have their own mission, their own purpose, their own vibration. My job is to nurture who they are or who they should become. And of course, I will touch on it and give them my understanding of things, with them understanding that they should keep their mind open to whatever the interpretation is for them. Because, like I said, each one of us has our own, well, have our own individual journey. And it's not my job, even though I'm a mother, I'm a guardian, not a dictator. It's not my job to dictate how their life should go or who they should be. That's their own personal expression. So, the challenge was for me is just because at the time, this is, a while ago now, at the time I didn't quite understand the whole concept of the God energy or the goddess energy or the divine, as I would call it now, because when you say God, it sounds like all masculine, and when you say goddess, it sounds all feminine. Plus, a lot of people are not comfortable with the word goddess because it seems so, I don't want to say out of context, but out of their vibration. It's like almost like if you say that, it's like, whoa, what kind of person are you? Or, that's not my vibe. So I say divinity or divine because, in my opinion, what I understand is that the Most High or the divine is neither male or female, but both. It's an energy that exists in all of us, in everything, in the water, in the air, in the trees, the animals. And that understanding of what God is or what the divine is, it helped me to be more open and loving and accepting to all that is. Do you follow what I'm saying? Now, let me go to the chat. Give me a moment. The screen looks a little, I'm just going to look at my phone here. Oh, thank you, Prez. I appreciate you. Oh, okay. Thank you, Angel. Thank you, P&J. Oh, he looks like me. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, I have three children, Jevin. I have three boys. Three boys. That's my last one. So as you go through the process, when you're changing, when you're leveling up or having your transformation, don't go around trying to change the world around you, trying to change everybody. Your job is to just be you, do you, honor what you're feeling. And this includes your children. So, I let them know my expression of what I feel this God energy is or this divine energy is. But it's solely up to them. And I realize religion has such a strong hold on many of us in our community that even though I teach certain things to my children, I realize unconsciously they will say certain things because when you see images, it feeds into your subconscious mind. And remember, that subconscious mind is like the elephant size of your mind compared to your conscious mind, which is like the ant size of your mind. Do you understand what I'm saying here? Do you see what I'm saying? Elephant, subconscious, conscious, and ant. Really big difference in size. So once your subconscious mind picks up and understands a certain vibration, you now have to work on shifting it if that's your desire. And it's work. It takes time because that part of you, it never sleeps, it never rests. It's always taking in, it's always listening. So even when you are sleeping, your subconscious mind is still working, it's still vibrating, it's still picking up everything that's going on around you. So what are you listening to when you're going to sleep? Sometimes you might have some wild dreams if you have some kind of crazy movie playing in the background as you fall asleep. Lucy, welcome in, beautiful soul. How are you? Everyone say hello to Lucy. Good to see you, my darling. So, what I like about spirituality, or what I love, is that to me it feels freeing. I don't feel like I'm restricted to certain laws and vibration that feel so restricting to me, for the lack of a better term. I don't feel like I'm shut off in a box and I have to only go by these parameters and I can't be more loving and accepting to others because I feel like they're not of the same culture or cut from the same cloth. Spirituality allows me to express love unconditionally, love for all, to be open and understanding. And I know for a lot of us, this is a process, it's a journey. So be patient with yourself, be patient with it. Be patient, be graceful with yourself. Being spiritual doesn't mean that you have to burn sage and maybe do drumming or maybe wear white clothing all the time or when the moon is full. It doesn't mean that you have to have a certain ritual or whatever. It just means allowing yourself to connect with yourself, connect with your divine energy, and express yourself the way you're here to express. It means loving others, being compassionate with others, including yourself, forgiving of others, forgiving of yourself. It means being open. It means understanding that you have a purpose, that you're here for a reason. It means you understand you're more than this flesh. It means you understand that you live in heaven and hell right here on earth. It's your experience, but rather, I should say, your interpretation of your experience that you're having that could make it feel like heaven or hell. So, how are you interpreting the things that you're experiencing? You and I might have the same experience, but for you, it could have been like, oh my God, this was a nightmare. But for me, it was like, oh wow, okay, that was an interesting experience. I've learned something. So, what is your perspective on things? All that matters. Oh, and I forgot. I'm sorry. I didn't shout out my members in the house. Angel is a member. Let me give her shout out. We have a member in the house. Yeah. And then we have another member in the house. And they're both super mods, of course. K Plus Gaming is in the house. Woohoo! Wait a minute. I just realized I am not. Yes. Member in the house. Hey, 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 hey. Listen, shout out to all my members. Thank you so much for being a member. I appreciate y'all for supporting me on this journey. And thank you to all the people that send me Cash App, Super Chats, PayPal, and what do you call the other thing? I always seem to forget those things. The stickers, super stickers. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I appreciate it so, so much. May you always be blessed with all that you need and more. Be blessed in expected and unexpected ways. The doorway of abundance is open to all of us. And I invite you to tap in and claim what's rightfully yours. Give thanks for those things that you did not receive yet, but you hold it in your vibration, knowing that it's already yours. Begin to give thanks for it. Release it to come to you even quicker. Give thanks. Thank you, Angel. 13 months member. Woohoo! We celebrate that. Thank you for rocking with me for 13 months. You must love me. Yes. Thank you so much, sweetheart. You are a blessing. Now, I lost track. What was I saying? Somebody remind me in the chat. Rewind it a few seconds or something. I was talking about tonight I didn't come on with any, like I didn't write anything down because what I've been trying to do recently, well, not trying, but what I've been doing recently is just, kind of like scripting it out and kind of like having an outline. But tonight I just wanted to like go with flow and not have an outline, just go where the divine takes me. And divine usually takes me where I need to go, even when I have an outline. But I just didn't feel like doing an outline today. So if we don't remember what I was talking about just a few moments ago before I got into shouting out my members, we're just going to go ahead and tap into something else. Again, if you want to join me, I'm going to put the link in the chat. We're not going to be here for much longer. We're going to close it out in about 15 minutes or less. Connecting with ourselves. Thank you. Somebody's listening in the house. Shout out to P and J for listening. Let me give you a round of applause. Yay! All right, connecting with ourselves. That is being spiritual, in my opinion. Connecting with your intuition, your third eye, your crown chakras. And for those of you that don't know what the chakras are, those are like your energy points throughout your body, your physical parts that connect with your spiritual side. You could heal your physical body using your spiritual side, your chakra. A lot of times when we find ailment in the physical is because something is imbalanced within our spiritual world, which is why taking baths and cleansing ourselves is important. On checking those stuck emotions like unforgiveness. So anyway, getting back to what I was saying in regards to connecting with ourselves, there's different ways we could connect with ourselves. What are some ways you connect with yourself? For me, it's my nature walks. And for those of you that have been, on that vibe with me, you see sometimes I share that stream with you. I would go live as I'm doing my nature walk. Sometimes it's just laying down and taking deep breaths. Sometimes it's meditating, hanging out with my plants, hanging out with my crystals. Those all help me to connect. Sometimes I'm able to look at my crystals or look at different things in nature and see myself in there. It tells me something about myself, connecting with trees. And I've had beautiful connection with trees where I used to live, like beautiful connections, amazing. I would sense sometimes the energies of my ancestors in the trees, communicating with me. And it's fascinating. And I've probably spoken this story before, but there was one time, there was a particular ancestor that I felt in my vibration. And I don't even know how to explain this, but some of the times it's like I could see their faces printed through the leaves or the formation of the leaves as the wind would blow. It was like all connected, the leaves, the wind, the air, and I would see the patterns of their face. It was just so amazing to me. But either way, the particular ancestor that I was sensing, I spoke with my sister and she said, "Oh, I was thinking about her too." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, when?" And we timed it back to the exact same time that I'm like, oh, so to me, that was like confirmation that, oh, I really was feeling that vibe. Because, when you're new to this, you kind of want to always confirm. Like for me, that's how I was. I wanted to confirm, like, oh, this is for real. And through that, I learned to trust my vibration better. As you learn to trust yourself more, trust what you're feeling, trust your guide, it helps you to tap into more of your natural powers and abilities. Natural powers and abilities that are dormant within you, that are just waiting to wake up. It's there. But you need to do the things that you need to do so that those energies that are sitting within you can be awakened, so that you can really come forth and be in your purpose, in your power, in your best state. Ah, inshallah. Oh, my God. Mm. Mm. Being spiritual is a blessing. It is a blessing. It is a blessing. There's so much freedom. There's so much truth and understanding. It allows you to surf the knowledge of the universe, the knowledge of the source energy, the knowledge of the all spark, the ether, whatever you want to call it or describe it as. With all that's going on around us, it is my vibration, my feeling that we all should work on our spiritual game. When I say that, I mean we should all work on developing, connecting more to our spiritual self, fortify ourselves, be stronger. We're going to need the element of love, the energy of love, the vibration and the frequency of love. With all that's going on around us, we're going to need love to get us through. Because you see, love holds the energy of compassion. It holds the energy of understanding. It holds the energy of wisdom. It holds the energy of truth. It holds the energy of unity, peace, kindness, giving, generosity. Love is all that, which is why I say we need to anchor in love. And when you're spiritual, you don't feel so segregated and different from anybody else. You're able to see and understand that we are one. And when I say we, I don't just mean humans. One source, one energy. And if you don't understand that, I invite you to go take a look at my stream that I did on the law of oneness. I broke down how you can understand what it means to be one. We're all just different expression of the same truth, the same vibe. Are you with me? Are you following what I'm saying? If this does not make sense to you, just let me know. If you want me to break it down another way or anything like that. But if it makes sense to you, you follow what I'm saying, say, yeah, I get you. I feel you. But if you don't understand, it's okay. Be honest, because we're all here to learn and to grow and to support each other. That's another reason why I have this community. I feel like we should have that space where we can come and strengthen each other, uplift each other, learn from each other, teach each other as we grow. Not to look down upon one another because someone doesn't know something. But if you're open to understanding and learning, the knowledge is here. The teaching is here. When the student is ready, the teacher appears, and vice versa. You're talking about what are you listening to when you're going to sleep? Oh, okay. I did mention that. But I jumped on what P and J said. But it's important what you listen to when you're going to sleep is paramount because that is seeping into your subconscious mind. Some of the things you can do if you're looking to shift if you're looking to shift your subconscious mind is to talk to yourself before you go to sleep. Say some affirmations, write some stuff down, put on something that's going to repeat those things that you want manifested into your life. I don't know, it might be better health. It might be more love for all. It might be more money in your pocket or in your wallet or your bank accounts. It might be wisdom. It might be a combination of those things. It might be more family love, better relationships, whatever it is. Improving who you are. Say those affirmations, write those things down, put on something that's going to speak to your ears, to your ears, your ear, so you can hear it, feel it, digest it. You're going to wake up feeling amazing. You're going to wake up feeling amazing, and your mindset is going to start shifting. Things that used to bother you, depending on what frequency you're on, of course, and what you're listening to as you're going to sleep, because I don't know what you're trying to manifest, but you do. And sometimes you're maybe not clear on what you're trying to manifest, so get some clarity. Get clear on what it is that you are looking to put into your life. I know that you know what you want, but do you really know what you want? Make it clear, make it plain, make it simple, and speak it into existence. Sleep on it. Anyway, like I was saying, if you're working on self-development, improving yourself, you'll begin to see that the things that used to bother you, make you angry and upset, not anymore. Because as you're going on your journey of self-improvement and self-development, you're going to find that you're more elevated, you're more calm, you're more patient. And meditation help a lot with this, and just vibing with nature. From in my own experience, yours might be different, but you're going to find you're a lot more patient, you're a lot more understanding and compassionate. Shoot, I allowed that to get me angry. Oh, please. You're more rested. Your mind is just in a better state. You're more able to handle situations that might come your way in a less stressful way, in a way that's calm, collected, and cool. Like, oh, okay. You're not getting anxious and all bent out of shape because of something that's happening in your life. Gardening with nature sounds in the yard, yes. Walking in the land, relaxing time, yes. I am so with that, P and J's. Yes, gardening is a beautiful thing. Like, I am so grateful that I started that journey. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a while. And it really helps you to understand the wonderful thing that we call creation and how life grows and how a seed develops, and just really how to be patient as you plant your non-physical seeds, those things that you want to manifest. It takes time. When you cover it under the dirt, you got to give it time to connect with the soil. Give it some water, give it some love. Eventually it will pop its head up when you see the first sprouts from your seeds. Like, oh my God, it's amazing. Then it begins to directly receive sunlight. It's getting the sunlight because the sunlight will penetrate. The soil will collect the energy. The soil will collect the energy of the sun and feed it to the seeds. But when the seed begins to sprout and it bursts through the soil, it collects the sunlight directly. And it's like, you see your plant growing. And then, before you know it, just blossom. And before you know it, well, you have fruits. It's amazing. And before you know it, you're harvested. And those are for certain types of fruits. Some of them is just like, okay, it's green. So you're just going to harvest your greens. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And that's right. Love is the conductor. Yeah, and I understand that we have to experience different emotions as human beings. It's part of the experience on this planet. We're not always going to be happy. And I had to learn to accept this because I always wanted to be happy and have everything perfect and perky. And I guess I want to say I blame this on the fairy tale movies and stories I grew up watching, but it's okay. I take responsibility for my life, for my actions. And I had to learn that, okay, things don't always go the way you expect, or you don't always feel happy. Sometimes you're going to feel sad. Sometimes you're going to feel angry. Sometimes you may not know how you feel because you may not have the RAM to express it. English is a very limited language, and that's the truth. You don't have to agree with me on that, but it's a very limited language. Once you begin to understand all the languages and stuff like African dialects and stuff, you begin to understand how limited English is. It doesn't necessarily express on a deeper or higher vibrational frequency. And that's just the way I see that truth right now. Subject to change, but that's just how I see it right now. So I'm saying that to say that we have to do our best to stay in a vibration that nourishes our soul. Because the amount of things that we may have to go through, being spiritual can help us to stay healthy and stay balanced. I also, my little one just ran in here, my second one. I also, oh my gosh, I just lost my train of thought. He distracted me for a moment. Yeah, yeah. Let me sip my tea while I remember what I was going to say. And you see why I should write it down, even though I did not feel like writing things down tonight. I just didn't feel like it. I just felt like going with my flow. Oh, right. Our emotions. That's what I wanted to tap into. Thank you, Divine. You always got me. Divine in me. We have different emotions, and I had to come to the upset. I'm not always going to feel happy. Sometimes I'm going to feel sad because we experience grief. Sometimes we might feel disappointed. Sometimes we, like I was saying, we may not know how to express what we're feeling. We may not have a word for it. We feel indifferent, we might say, because we don't have a word to express exactly what it is we feel. We might feel angry. We might feel embarrassed. That emotion, actually, I dropped that a long time ago because I decided, I think since I was a teenager, I just decided, listen, I will not allow myself to feel embarrassed. It is what it is. I'm human. I'm having this experience. I'm going to mess up sometimes, and it is what it is. But I'm not going to let anyone make me feel embarrassed about something that I did, or maybe the way I look or something. So I always, I remember I used to like kind of like think of all the things that people might say to me or the ways they might come at me and be in my defensive mode, like, okay, so what? That's their feeling, their thought. I'm not going to let that bother me. You can't embarrass me. Ain't nobody could tell me about myself that I something about myself that I don't know. Do you feel me? So that was my like defense mechanism to protect myself from being embarrassed. And even now, I'm not defensive, but I don't allow things to embarrass me. Like, oh, your kid has no behavior, or oh my God, your child don't listen to you. Like, okay, a child is a child. They're gonna do what they want to do anyway. I'm not gonna let that make me feel like I'm a terrible mother or embarrassed about it. Like, no, like children need their freedom. They need their self power. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would say, listen, what's going on? Why aren't you listening? I reason with my children. I speak to them like, okay, what could we have done a little better? How could we have tweaked that situation or changed it a little bit? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. I just don't believe in bombarding the kids over the head about stuff. Like they're human having their experience. I allow them to understand that, listen, you're gonna make mistakes. Don't feel bad about it, because I remember growing up, you felt horrible if you feel like you did something wrong. I was like, oh my God, you're going to be punished. And that fear inside of you. I don't like that. So I don't want to put my children through that. And some of you may not agree with me, and that's okay. We can agree to disagree, or we could disagree, but we can do so respectfully. I'm of the perspective that, listen, we're all entitled to our own perspective. You see things another way from me, and that's okay. It doesn't mean I love you less or I hate you because you have a different opinion. It is what it is. Live and let live. That's my philosophy. Hello, GA girls in the house. Welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. Guys, remember to give this a like and a share. I know it's not a perfect stream and I've been running in and out and all that stuff, but give it a like, give it a share. There might be a message here for somebody out there that needs it. So let's just recap and then we'll close it out. What is spirituality? What does that mean to you? I'm not going to answer that question again, but this is just to provoke your mind, your thoughts. What does it mean to you to be spiritual? Are you on a spiritual path? What are some of the things that you do to nourish your spiritual journey? Does your spiritual vibrations connect with your physical journey? Are you aligned mind, body, and spirit? And if you're not, what are you doing to connect, to align your mind, your body, and spirit? Because you see, when you have those three connected, mind, body, spirit, it allows you to flow in the direction in which you need to flow with ease. You're working with the cosmos, you're working with the divine flow. You're not going against the tide, you're not going against situations, you're working with flow. And you're understanding that everything that's happening out there is not happening to you or against you, it's happening for you. You would use every situation in your life to be of service to you. Every energy that is set out against you to defeat you, to conquer you, to harm you, you now turn it around into energies that will be a blessing to you. No weapon formed against you will prosper. Weapons that are formed against you will now help to prosper you instead, help you to propel your life, help you to be more blessed and elevated. Everything that's happening in your life, you will use it to be a blessing for you. Everything, you will use it in a way that will help you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So stop looking around and looking at all the stuff that's happening and feeling like, oh, why is this happening to me? Oh my gosh, why am I going through this? Use it. See it as a gift from the universe. It may feel like a curse or a pain or a heartache or a headache, but try to look at the blessing in that situation. And if you can't find it, you can't find the blessing, just ask the question. Open up yourself. Most High, divine, what is the blessing in this situation? How can I use this situation to make my life better? How can I use this situation to be a mighty blessing to me and the people that I serve? How could I make this a beautiful situation for myself? Ask the right questions and you will get the answers that will serve you. Do not ask, and I'm going to do a whole segment on that. How to ask empowering questions. Because when you ask questions, you're going to get answers. When you say, why me, why me, why me, you're going to hear why you. Oh, because you're this, because you're that, whatever, whatever, whatever. The blame game and all that stuff. Stop being a victim. You're not a victim. Take ownership of everything that's happening in your life. Take responsibility. Get up, stand up, and use those things that have happened to you. Make it work for you. Make it work in your favor. This is your story now. All these things help you to strengthen your story. Make your story stronger. Bigger the battle, sweeter the victory. Bigger the battle, bigger the testimony. Testimony, testimony. Hey. Oh, thank you, GA girl. Appreciate you, sis. All right, you picking up what I'm putting down. Amen. That's shade. There it is. Stand on your platform. Put out good words, good vibrations into your life. Even the people that you feel that might be against you. What does the book say? Pray for those that persecute you. Let love be your guide. Let love be your guide. Make your heart light as feather. You're going to feel great. Release all those stuff so that you can make room for your mighty blessings. I am telling you. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready for the abundance in your life. Listen, we just had the 8-8 portal. 8-8 portal. And it was at its peak on the 8th. It just closed up on the 12th. I hope you were able to tap in. I did a live stream for 8 hours on my other channel. I hope you were able to tap into that frequency. It comes around every year from around the 26th of July. And it closes around the 12th of August. But y'all, stay true to your soul, stay true to yourself. And again, and I know I say this a lot, but I have to. Remember to use love in all that you do. Because love is the way. You got this. All right, my beautiful darlings. I will see you next Tuesday, same time, 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Yes, I know I was late tonight. Had a lot going on. But I showed up and I shared. So I hope it was well received. I hope you appreciate it. I will see you next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Remember to shop the Amazon store for those of you that shop Amazon. The link is in the description. I appreciate the support for all of you that have been shopping the store. I appreciate it. If you want to let me know personally, I would love that. I will give you a shout out for those of you that shop the store. For those of you that shop the merch store, thank you. Thank you also. Remember to check out the memberships. Those are available. And if you would like to support the channel, you could also send super chats, PayPal. You can send super thanks and cash apps. I know I always mix up the stuff that I'm saying with the cash apps and stuff, but you know what I mean. All right, y'all. Have a beautiful night. Let me see. Is there any more announcements? Oh, tomorrow I will be live around, I think, 8:30 p.m. Either 8:30 or 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll be a guest on Rod's channel, and his channel is called Points Blank. It's one of his Points Blank channel. And then Thursday, I'll be live with him as well, breaking down YouTube analytics. That will be on my Conscious Business Services and Opportunities channel. And for tomorrow, I'll be streaming out from here, but I'll be a guest on his panel. He wants to get to know Charline here a little better. So make sure you tap in. Look out for the notification, okay? And I believe those are all the announcements for the week. Oh, tomorrow, we have the Wednesday wellness meditation broadcast. So tap into that as well. It's usually on at 12 noon. All right, my loves. Have a goody night. And remember, you are special, you're loved, you're blessed. And always know that you are guided and protected. You're not alone on this journey. You're not alone. One love and abundant blessings. Use me, oh divine. Command my hands. What must they do? Command my life is here for you. The Most High need us to shine its light as me, as you. I love that song. And I'm kind of re-singing it in my own way, but if you guys know that song, definitely tap in. It's beautiful. Ricky Briars. All right, y'all. Peace out. Love you guys.